Welcome my good smelling friends, Ify here. Today I'm going to be doing my top 5 fragrances from the 24 brand. In the fragrance community, this brand became popular because of this one, which is 24 Gold. At the time this was released, it was a very unique, cheap, very powerful scent which could compete and was better than most of the designer fragrances at that time. I'm gonna get back to this one. For now, what I have to say is that I'm going to show you the top 5 from my collection, even though this brand has lots of other fragrances. My number 5 is 24 Live Another Day. This, as the color of the juice shows, this is a blue themed fragrance. It's actually one of their few fresh fragrances, and it's my number 5 because I believe this brand shines when creating oriental fragrances. This is not a bad fragrance, but it's definitely not as unique as the other ones, not as strong as the other ones, but this is very safe. It's one of those aquatic blue themed fragrances like Nautica Blue Sail or like Bleu de Chanel, but with a much lower quality. But it has similarities to those fragrances. It could be very versatile, it is very versatile, and it could be all year round, but the performance makes it just a summer scent. At number 4, it's the original 24. This is probably their most complex fragrance. It has lots of notes, it has interesting notes, it even has a note of oud mixed with citruses and spices. It has a lot of notes, but the blend is not that very well done. It's kind of a mess in here. Also, from the beginning, I'm getting kind of a animalic scent, but it's not a bad fragrance overall. It's not that easy to wear considering the safe scents we are used to smelling these days. This is not that safe. Very unique for the price, strong fragrance, but in general, I think compared to the generic fragrances, this stands out. At number 3, 24 Platinum. This is number 3 because, first of all, the good things. This is a jammy rose. Usually, rose in a scent, it has to be very well blended or used in a tiny quantity, just so the rose doesn't overtake the rest of the composition. So in this one we have a jammy rose. This fragrance is very linear, but it's very safe to wear if you like oriental fragrances. I find this one very unisex. I find it very pleasant and easy to wear. It's just that it's linear and it can become boring at some point. At number 2, it's 24 Gold. No, this is not my number 1 for a couple of reasons. This, if you have not smelled this scent, this is a more gourmand oriental scent. This is very sweet. It has oud, but it's very well blended. And one of the reasons why this is number 1 is not number 1 is because this is not as strong as it used to be. And another reason is that this was great when it was released because the Middle Eastern houses, the cheap ones, were not yet so popular. And nowadays that we have access to so many great inexpensive Middle Eastern fragrances, this becomes less and less popular. This becomes less and less of a choice when picking Middle Eastern fragrances because this has a Middle Eastern smell. And my number 1, it's 24 Gold Dark, probably the least popular fragrance from this house. It wasn't that interesting when it was released, but nowadays if you go back to it, this now smells unique compared to the others. While those became boring, this become interesting. This smells like a dark vanilla, chocolatey, and also lavender freshness makes this fragrance a very gentlemanly type of fragrance. Actually, if we refer to the word gentleman, This smells similar to Dolce & Gabbana The One Gentleman, which is now discontinued and expensive. This even has better performance. It smells nice, guys. It's a bit on the mature side because of that lavender. If you like fragrances like that one from Dolce & Gabbana, or if you like Instant Extreme by Guerlain, this is a very nice alternative, and I find it these days very interesting. So there you have it, guys, my top 5 24 fragrances. If I missed a great one from this house and I didn't mention it in this list, please leave a comment below and let me know which one I should check out. Until the next video, keep smelling great.